guitar, one bass, a click track, and some half-ass vocals. Yeah. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Yeah. You can trust the plan, have a little faith. You asking for a rest before you even seen the case. Indictment sealed, man, I don't think you know the stakes. Nothing's happening, well I guess I'll wait. This ain't checkers, this is chess 5D, let me stress. Planned out and obsessed, every single move addressed. All the counters are accounted for, now it's stored. Couldn't imagine more with the pain I'm bringing forward. I ain't trying to exercise patience, but I'm vexed and I need some retribution, cause I'm losing all that's left inside. But I'll wait, let the course that justice takes take its course, yeah, of course, even if it's running late. It's the great awakening, and these patriots have been waiting for the plot. And the movie shall begin. It's the great awakening, and these patriots have been waiting for the plot. And the movie shall begin. It's the great awakening, and these patriots have been waiting for the plot. And the movie shall begin. It's the great awakening, and these patriots have been waiting for the plot. And the movie shall begin. I watch it fun in game theory. It's straight up kung fu, masters of the martial arts in regards to making people do exactly what they want them to. Damn it, you man, who could have guessed it's even true?
Maybe you could show some
Hey,
proof.
bro, I got insane deltas. You better remain sheltered, dropping these Twitter Moab bombs, leaving the cabal helpless. All their assets frozen, but the slush funds have melted. Got them all in check. I'd suggest they go to the place that's hiding Elvis. It's the great awakening, and these patriots have been waiting for the plot. And the movie shall begin. It's the great awakening.
What is going on, Patriots? Hopefully you guys are enjoying your morning. Yes, today is July 8th. It is 6:33 a.m. in the morning. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it, or maybe you're going to work, maybe you're in the shower, maybe, I don't know. But hopefully you're just enjoying it. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's do it. So today we have a good show for you today. What are we going to be talking about? Well, Maxwell and some S tapes that she could have. Schools are opening up, so I'm sure that there's a whole bunch of parents relieved to get those kids to school so they can relax. Terry Crews steps up again, and I'll explain why. We're going to talk about the wall, and of course, a whole bunch of other news. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. We got God Bless America in the comments right now. Thank you for watching and joining us very early. You are awesome. So, let's get going, guys. Before we do that, let's get into the sponsors of our show, which is actually you guys. You guys are the sponsor of this show because this channel is 100% completely demonetized. All right, so if you want to become a Patreon, the link is in the description. Go to patreon.com/informative info and you can support the channel. Also, you can go to informativeinfo.com if you just want to donate once. It's like a super chat if you donate while I am live. So don't forget, you can do that as well. So with that being said, let me get back over here. Also, Lori, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. We are live. And the people watching on Facebook. So we got Facebook, YouTube, DLive, and Periscope, but only a couple people are watching on Facebook. And, of course, the main thing is YouTube. And hopefully, YouTube will not take this stream down at all. Yesterday's show was streaming for like 10 minutes. And, well, what happened? Well, YouTube canceled my live stream. I couldn't even go live after that. So I'm actually surprised I could actually go live. And hopefully it does not, get canceled out here in the middle of a show again. So let's get into the news, guys. Let's do it. So Ghislaine Maxwell has copies of Jeffrey Epstein S tapes, ex-friend says. Ooh. That's crazy. It says accused Jeffrey Epstein procuress Ghislaine Maxwell will use her secret stockpile of the late pedophile's S tapes as an insurance policy to save herself from federal charges, her friend said in a new report. The former socialite, who was arrested in New Hampshire last week, was moved Monday to a Brooklyn lockup to await trial on 4 counts of S trafficking minors and 2 counts of perjury for allegedly acting as Epstein's fixer. Christopher Mason, a TV host and journalist who has known Maxwell since the 1980s, has said he was told that Epstein rigged his multiple homes with cameras and kept surveillance tapes of everyone and everything that went on in them. Mason said she has access to the potentially compromising tapes, which, heck yeah, get them and got them, hopefully. And now, Maxwell's former pal told the Daily Mail that she will use those recordings as a way to beat the rap. Quote, Ghislaine has always been as cunning as they come. She wasn't going to be with Epstein all those years and not have some insurance, end quote, the ex-friend told the news outlet. Quote, the secret stash of S-tapes, I believe Ghislaine has squirreled away, could end up being her get-out-of-jail card if the authorities are willing to trade. She has copies of everything Epstein had. They could implicate some twisted movers and shakers, end quote, the former friend said. Quote, if Ghislaine goes down, she's going to take the whole damn lot of them with her. Yes, please do it. Says the source continued, quote, not only did Epstein like to capture himself with underage girls on camera, he wanted to make sure he had something to hold over the rich and powerful men who took advantage of his sick largesse. Quote, I'll bet anything that once it comes out that Ghislaine has those tapes, these men will be quaking in their Italian leather boots, the person said. Quote, Ghislaine made sure that she socked away thumb drives of it all. She knows where all the bodies are buried, and she'll use whatever she has to save her own ace. Maxwell is accused of enticing 3 underage girls to meet Epstein in his various properties in New York, New Mexico, and London. She also is charged with 2 counts of perjury for allegedly lying during a deposition, but prosecutors have kept open the door for her to cut a plea deal and cooperate against other unidentified accomplices. There we go. So, she has it all, I guess. Jeez, this is amazing for sure. This is good news. Good news for sure. Zoso Dude 77, thank you for watching. Good morning. Especially we got Queen Raina, thank you for watching as well. We got God Bless America up in here. Really appreciate you guys watching and supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. So yes, Maxwell, she has, I guess, well, like it said, her ex-friend now, she has copies of everything that he had, which is very, very interesting. Who's implicated? Hopefully everyone. And I hope that everyone goes down with her. Hopefully they'll do like a bait and switch, and it'll be like, oh, well, go ahead. They just lied to her. Yeah, we'll do a deal. What do you got? And then they get all the info and then still put her in jail. Okay, with all that, we'll give you X amount in jail. We'll give you 50 years instead of 100. I don't know. But she better go to jail for sure. But if she can bring light to, the alleged Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, everyone on the Express, the plane, the Lolita Express, then that would be epic for sure. And also, guys, right here, it was a pimple because I'm wearing a mask at work, and so I'm starting to break out, and then I tried to pop it, and it kind of went haywire over there. So just letting you guys know that's what that is. All right. So so that's pretty crazy for sure, and I hope that she actually goes down. And I know everyone knows she's going to go down. It's either she's going to she's either going to all of a sudden die, commit suicide, which that looks like the main choice for sure. She's totally top of the Deadpool list 100% because she is definitely it's not looking good for her, especially with that article coming out. They're probably reading it like, oh crap, there were cameras, holy cow. I'm sure they're freaking out right now in their Italian leather boots or whatever. So yeah, it's pretty crazy for sure. So next piece of news that I really wanted to get into was actually it's crazy, all right? And of course, CNN, they're trying to hype the coronavirus, in California. And then a homeless man just drops trousers and takes a crap right behind her. It's hilarious. It's like, the coronavirus is so bad. And the guy and he's wearing a mask, though. He was safe when taking a crap. I'm just saying. I think he was, at least. Let's take a look at the video.
The end of July, they could have completely filled ICU beds. No more beds available for people in the ICU if the rate keeps continuing like this. And so here in California, you can expect that there may be some new rules that are put in. The end of July,
Look at go good.
They could
he's like, oh, I'm gonna take crap right here.
ICU beds, no more beds.
Oh, he's not wearing a mask.
In the ICU, if the rate keeps continuing
she sees
like
it.
This,
she sees it too, so she moves.
That there may be some new rules that are put in. The end of July.
I mean, come on. That is hilarious, at least in my personal opinion. I mean, come on, they're trying to hype it up, and then you get a side distracted by, that. It's pretty funny, at least to me, especially anytime that fake news CNN is looking at like idiots, because they're fake news. The better, for sure.
I'm the president, and you're fake news.
The White Buffalo, thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. Marianne Armstrong, thank you for joining. Good morning to everyone. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying it so far. So, anyway, next piece of news, of course. Now the liberals, they always think they're right, and they have no reason to back up anything. In fact, Gun Girl, Caitlin Bennett, sorry, I want to say Benet. She, case in point, with this video right here. Take a look.
Are you voting for Trump? Yep. White supremacist.
How? How can you say that?
How can I say if you vote for Donald Trump, you're a white supremacist?
How?
How? Because you support that man in office.
That's not an argument. I'm going to need proof that makes me a white supremacist. You're going to have to break down the argument.
That's not my job to say that.
You just accused me of being a white supremacist. You should be able to back that up.
Are you voting for Donald Trump?
I sure am.
That's my proof.
Are you voting for Joe Biden?
Yes, I am.
Then you're a pedophile.
No.
Yes, you are.
A pedophile.
You're a pedophile.
How?
You like to sniff kids.
Are you voting for Trump?
You like to sniff kids? You like to sniff kids. And no reason. They just like, oh, that's it. You're a pedophile. I mean, you're a white supremacist, Call me a white supremacist, all right? I'm not. I'm Mexican, okay? So, bam, got him. All right? It's, it's going down. It's going down, and these people are getting exposed little by little, day by day. It is definitely going to, get... People are going to know the truth, all right? Pop! So, it is what it is, and, also, we pulled out of the World Health Organization today, officially. Yes. Sorry, my voice is raspy. I'm extremely tired. I just got off of work. And Mike Pence, he's confident that we made the right decision. Let's take a look.
Today, the administration just pulled out of the World Health Organization. Not surprisingly, Joe Biden put out a tweet saying he would join it if he gets elected on the first day. But your fellow Republican, Lamar Alexander, chairman of the Senate Health Committee, put out this statement moments ago saying, "I disagree with the president's decision. Certainly there needs to be a good hard look at mistakes the World Health Organization might have made in connection with the coronavirus. But the time to do that is after the crisis has been dealt with, not in the middle of it. Withdrawing U.S. membership could, among other things, interfere with clinical trials that are essential to the development of vaccines, which citizens of the United States, as well as others in the world, need. Is now the right time to be doing this move?"
Well, it's absolutely the right time to notify Congress, with all due respect to Senator Alexander's view.
And he means with all due respect, all right? Talladega Nights. Anyway.
The World Health Organization let the world down. By not informing the United States and the wider world of this pandemic as it began in China, as giving ill-fated advice in January and February. There have to be consequences to this. But look, I'll be honest with you. I'm not surprised Joe Biden wants to keep us roped into another international organization. I mean, Joe Biden actually condemned President Trump's actions when he suspended all travel from China at the end of January. You know, the fact that the president did that, I can tell you firsthand, Brett, that bought our nation invaluable time to reinvent testing, to spin up hundreds of millions of personal protective equipment and supplies to begin the process of pursuing medicines, therapeutics, and vaccines. If Joe Biden would have had his way, we literally would have had tens of millions of more Chinese coming into our country and spreading the pandemic and putting more and more Americans at risk. So, right decision on the WHO. Joe Biden would have made the wrong decision in January.
Yeah. And then 10 minutes later, Joe Biden would have forgot that he even did it. Exactly, And so we're out of the World Health Organization. But, something I wanted to talk about yesterday, which is extremely funny to me, and I didn't read the article, but I read the headline, and so we'll read the article together. And it seems like the stupidest article ever, which is independent.co.uk. And it's this right here. Let me zoom in real quick. Okay, here we go. This headline. Well, hold on. This isn't even it. See, look, you see how they fool you? All right, look. Let me show you something. I tweeted this, all right? And then on the bottom here, it says, Trump accused of being co-conspirator of COVID. Really? And then you click on the link, all right? And it goes to this. Niece's book portrays president as traumatized narcissist who cheats as way of life as coronavirus surges in hell. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so independent is that actually makes me mad. I wanted to read a ridiculous article about Trump being a co-conspirator of the coronavirus. That doesn't even make sense. All right, why would he be a co-conspirator? It just brought down the economy, the best economy. We had record unemployment on every race ever, all Americans across the board. And he's a co-conspirator of bringing it all down? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. It sucks. It sucks that people and fake news are just, spreading lies.
I'm the president and you're fake news.
Also, who else is in here? RP McMurphy, what's going on? He said Texas in the house, San Antonio in the house, dude. San Antonio, Texas, up in here for sure. Marianne Armstrong, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. White Buffalo says, good morning, Patriots. It looks like a good audience. What's up, Jared? I'll tell you what's up.
How dare you?
I know how much you love the how dare you.
How dare you?
How dare you ask me? No, so anyway, let's continue on. So this was what I was talking about 2 days ago. 2 shows ago. It was that couple that was actually painting, and they did a horrible job. They painted over the yellow Black Lives Matter on front of the city hall, and they just painted it black. They went over the letters, so now they just made a yellow Black Lives Matter, a Black Lives Matter writing. And then I gave an update and said that people were looking, they're investigating it because it's illegal. I guess it was a mural or whatever. Well, today, breaking, the Martinez couple caught on video painting over the approved Black Lives Matter mural on 4th of July are being charged with a hate crime, according to a release from the Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office. Now they are being charged with a hate crime? Like, seriously? Can't we just say, I mean, if they're being charged with a hate crime, at least let them go back and paint over it. I mean, they just were, my defense, I don't know if the lawyer tried to do it, but I mean, I'm sure the video would be like, I was just wanted to paint the yellow Black Lives Matter black. So it could be black Lives Matter. Come on. But yeah, so they are definitely, they're being charged with a hate crime. Everything that we do is definitely, I mean, they're going to jail. All kinds of crap. I mean, we can't do crap. And yet the left can get away with literally murder, or suicides. Sorry. But, I mean, it's just ridiculous. It really is. And I just don't believe that we're on this timeline right now. Like, seriously, is this really happening? It is, guys. All right. It is. All right. So just be careful out there. All right. Please be careful. Don't do anything stupid. All right. Just relax, chillax, and, let the digital soldiers and all the other stuff just get on it. And we will definitely take the fight to the streets one day, but not right now. And hopefully it'll be without masks. In fact, masks are extremely bad for us. Let me just show you the video. All right, here we go. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but here we go. I'm going to show it.
Right, like as he did, right, it's underneath and try and keep it, that feels pretty tight right there, right? Okay, so you can, just breathe naturally, and let's just see what happens. Okay. All right, so we're at 1,367. We've already just passed 2. So now we're in the place where he could be having headaches. We're at 3,786. Look at this. We've just passed 5,000. Now we're in the toxic level. Right now we could be doing this 7,000 inside this mask of the CO2. 8,000 parts per billion. And now this thing's gone off the Richter scale, folks. It can't even register how high the CO2 levels are inside. And look how many seconds that was. I mean, in just a few seconds inside of that mask, we are way off of any OSHA scale. All right.
Can I just...
Yeah, you want to take that off? All right.
Now, that kid did a little acting there. He's like, oh, I feel lightheaded. I mean, you're not going to feel lightheaded having that thing on, for 10 seconds. How long was this?
I mean,
30 seconds. I mean, I didn't. But he was doing a little acting. But it is definitely, it's bad. It's bad. It's dangerous. For sure. I mean, having it on, you would think, you probably have hallucinations. If you're wearing it for so long and you're getting all that deprivation, you would think a cat's playing piano or something. See, that didn't happen. You're just wearing a mask and you're just hallucinating. It's just crazy. It really is. That. Anyway, so we are going to go on to intermission. I like to thank all my Patreons, because if you are a Patreon, your name will be in the intermission, which is extremely epic. If you want to be epic like all the Patreons, well, don't forget to become a Patreon. All right. So when we come back, we're going to be talking about Terry Crews, and he's getting attacked right now. The wall. Schools are going to be opening up, so you don't have to look after your little brats anymore. Just give them to the teachers now. I'm just playing. But you decided to have them. All right, no, I'm just playing. So with that being said, you don't forget to stick around, and we will see you here in about 2 minutes. Don't leave, okay? We have a good show coming up. Here we go.
I'm a bot, yeah, I'm a bot. Bleep, bloop, blop, yeah, I'm a Russian bot. I'm a Russian bot, I get it all the time. I meddle in elections when connected in a line. Set up an intersection between your Facebook page and mine. Show you an ad now, I control your mind. I'm a Russian bot, I'm a Russian bot. My prime directive is affecting your democracy. Crappy, if you ask me. Hold your pack funded man can take a back seat. Cause I'm a Russian bot, I spent a couple $100 grand. And we can pick the man for president, damn. You got a pack who would donate a couple mil, but that ain't as effective as a Russian bot still. I'm a bot, yeah, I'm a bot. I'm a Russian bot, yeah, I'm a bot. I'm a bot, yeah, I'm a Russian bot. I'm a
Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto the Lord. COVID-19, 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 COVID-19. I blow the wind of God from the state of Washington to the state of Maine to Brownsville, Texas, and the tip of Florida. We speak to this atmosphere today. Burn this thing. This virus hates heat. You just burn this thing. Burn, burn. I call for a supernatural heat wave straight out of hell. Burn, burn. COVID-19. 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 I blow the wind of God. You don't do it. You don't do it. You don't do it. You get out of here now. Burn. You don't do it. You don't do it. You don't do it. You get out of here. Burn this thing. COVID-19. 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 I blow the wind of God. You are destroyed forever, and you'll never be back.
bot, yeah, bot, bot, bot. What you thought, man? I'm a Russian bot. Bleep, bloop, blop, yeah, I'm a Russian bot. Russian bots, bots that are Russian. We fight the Cold War with a little Robitussin, yeah. Russian bots, man, no question. Don't even talk about the hack of Vault 7 or how the scribbleware can change the country of connection to bring your enemies. Yeah, now that's a cyber weapon. But I'm a...
Didn't I tell you to get that mask off? You're hallucinating again, guys. Come on. There's no cat playing piano, especially a Snoop Dogg song. Jeez. But yes, thank you for sticking through intermission. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate it. If you like the channel, go to informativeinfo.com if you want to donate or become a Patreon. Patreon.com/informativeinfo. For as little as $1, you can get your name into intermission. Phenomenon says it's too early and he sips his coffee. Well, thank you for watching, Phenomenon. You're awesome. Everybody likes that cat. You guys are awesome for sure. Hugh Sisson, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. We got some new people up in here. We're getting new people every day. I'm liking this morning show, you know. It's too bad that the next 3 days are going to be at 8 p.m. So, and then we'll be back Sunday morning. Yes, Sunday morning for another morning info. But, so let's continue on with the news. First I wanted to go off with, well, James Wood, he tweeted this right here. It says, is this a meme or are they just dying to lose this election? and it's women shaping the future. Nancy Pelosi and the voices of the House. Oh, jeez. How are they on Rolling Stone? Seriously, like Kenneth Copeland on a remix. He has more merit than that because they at least remixed his words, like on the intermission. I'm just saying, but come on, they shouldn't be on there. And the media is just trying to, push it in our face, shove it down our throats. Make sure you see them all day, every day. And when it comes to election time, you're going to be so tired of them, they're going to vote Donald Trump, probably. That's most likely what's going to happen. And, of course, we know Donald Trump, he's going to take care of, everything. Everything's going to go back to how it was. Best economy, all that other stuff. It's going to be epic, and I just cannot wait for that to happen. So let's get into Terry Crews. Now, of course, another CNN fake thing, all right?
I'm the president, and you're fake news.
So Don Lemon, he has Terry Crews on. And Terry Crews, he's not he's an awesome guy. He's huge, too. He's like a bodybuilder or whatever. But he's in this cop show. I forgot what it was called. Dang, I forgot. It was really funny, though. He also came out a long time ago on front of Congress or whatever, I forgot, and he was talking about Hollywood, and he was sexually harassed, and he's a huge dude, okay? But, of course, he's talking about Black Lives Matter and all this other stuff, and Don Lemon just wants to interrupt him. Let's take a look.
With violence, and then claiming that Black Lives Matter. When you look at the parents of these little kids who are saying, hey, man, why aren't they speaking up for me, too? And then this is what I'm saying. When I look at this whole thing about, it's about who is controlling the narrative. It's got to be all Black Lives Matter. And what's happened is that because I even challenged it, because I even questioned and warned people,
Terry,
I became sick. Like if I told you to wear a mask,
but Terry,
they want to kick you out.
You're a high-profile person. You're writing things out there. You know you're going to get backlash. You know people are going to respond to what you're saying on Twitter. So I don't think you should be surprised by that. I have a skin as tough as an armadillo because of what I do, and I think maybe you should adapt that. But here's what I have to say. The Black Lives Matter movement was started because it was talking about police brutality. If you want an all Black Lives Matter movement that talks about gun violence in communities, including, black communities, then start that movement with that name. But that's not what Black Lives
Thank you, Selena M., for subscribing.
Matter is about. It's not an all-encompassing. So if you're talking about, if someone started a movement that said, cancer matters, and then someone comes in and says, why aren't you talking about HIV? It's not the same thing. We're talking about cancer. So the Black Lives Matter movement is about police brutality and injustice in that manner, not about what's happening in black neighborhoods. There are people who are working on that issue, and if you want to start that issue, why don't you start it?
He actually,
Do you understand?
Don Lemon's actually correct. I mean, Don Lemon is right at least once, and this is twice. Every time he does a news report, he's correct. I mean, he's always wrong, and the only reason why he's right is because he probably gets their name. He gets their name correctly when he smears them. That's the only time he's right. But here, he is completely correct. Why? Because he said someone is doing about it. Hold on, let's just rewind it. Here you go. Right here.
Why don't you start it? Do you understand what I'm saying? On that issue. And if you want to start that issue, why don't you start?
Hold on, there you go.
Not about what's happening in black neighborhoods. There are people who are working on that issue.
Not about people that are working on black neighborhoods. There are people working on that issue. Donald Trump, yes, he is. All right, he's trying to make them better, and he was right, for once. But let's continue on. Sorry.
And if you want to start that issue, why don't you start it? Do you understand what I'm saying?
But when you look at the organization, police brutality is not the only thing they're talking about.
I know that, but I agree, but that's not what the Black Lives Matter movement is about, Terry. Black Lives Matter is about police brutality.
And I bet you anything the producer is hitting them is muting Terry. You hear him like they're trying to make it look like, oh, well, it's a bad connection. I mean, Skype sucks, but, I like Zoom, but they're probably muting him too.
And about criminal justice. It's not about what happens in communities when it comes to crime, black on black crime. People who live near each other, black people, kill each other. Same as whites. 80-some% of white people are killed by white people because of proximity.
Very true.
It's the same thing with black people. That happens in every single neighborhood. But that doesn't, again, I'm not saying that's not.
And what a horrible person. I'm just saying, Don Lemon, I've never liked him ever. And, you can see why. You guys can see exactly why no one likes him. Seriously, for sure. Dondo Lester, thank you for watching. He says, you have skin of a lizard, Lemon. Yeah, probably. You never know. You live in Washington State, too. God bless you, man. Hopefully you're, doing all right over there in Washington State. But, yeah, Terry Crews, Hold on, RP McMurphy has a very good point. He says, wait, people kill people? I thought guns kill people. Yeah, exactly. That's what they were toting whenever they were actually, trying to take away our guns. And trust me, they're going to go back to that. But watching that interview, okay, with the whole Terry Crews being muted and bad connection, I honestly think the reason why they're ramping up and the coronavirus is so that the debates, all right, so what they're going to do is they're going to be like, oh, the coronavirus is so bad, we're not going to have an in-person debate, and it's going to be Joe Biden on Skype or whatever, and Donald Trump just sitting there at the podium, and they're going to pretend like, this is my prediction, they're going to pretend like, because the coronavirus is so bad that he's going to be in the basement or wherever the hell he is. He's not even going to be in the same room, and then when Donald Trump makes a good point. Oh, lost connection. I don't know what happened. Connection was lost. I'm sorry. That's one debate. And then, because he only said there's only going to be 2 debates. That's my personal opinion. What's going to happen with that whole debate thing? I hope that doesn't happen because I want to see him get spanked by Donald Trump. But we'll see. Well, only time will tell. So next, guys, we are talking about schools. Schools should be opening up soon. You don't have to take care of your kids anymore, and you can just let them go to school and drink your wine or whatever in the morning. That way, after you drop off your kids, or maybe on your way. I don't know, but they will be opening soon. Let's take a look, and hold on, let's just take a look. They had a informative info meeting today. Let's take a look. Here you go.
The first pillar of my Be Best initiative is children well-being and taking care of children's social, emotional, and physical health has never been more important than during the COVID-19 pandemic. The administration has worked around the clock to protect Americans from the coronavirus. But many challenges for children and families can be just as invisible as the virus and just as dangerous. When children are out of school, they are missing more than just time in the classroom. They're missing the laughter of their friends, learning from their teachers, and the joy of recess and play. For children with disabilities, without access to technology, or whose homes are not a safe place, the situation can be even worse.
And it's very true, all right? And they didn't say anything about opening up schools or anything, but we're going to get into that right now. And that is right here from New York Post. And, of course, an ad pops up. Trump says he will pressure governors to reopen schools in the fall. Yes. Let's read it. Let's take a look. and celebrate your kids going back to school. So it says President Trump on Tuesday said that his administration would be, quote, putting a lot of pressure on U.S. governments to reopen public schools in the fall. Quote, we're very much going to put pressure on governors and everybody else to open the schools to get them open. It's very important, Trump said at a White House event featuring health experts, educators, and politicians on school reopenings. Quote, so we are going to be putting a lot of pressure on governors to open your schools in the fall, he continued. Quote, everybody wants it. The moms want it. The dads want it. The kids want it. It's time to do it. You know the parents want it. They're like, you little shit, stop writing on the wall with a Sharpie or whatever. That's a joke, all right? You don't call them little shits. You might call them something else. I don't know. But let's continue on. It says the president also touted his administration efforts to fight the coronavirus pandemic and pointed to Florida GOP Governor Ron DeSantis, who announced earlier in the day that schools would reopen there in the fall, despite a big recent spike in cases. Vice President Mike Pence was telling Governor DeSantis did a terrific job. Just announced schools will reopen in the fall, and we hope that most schools are going to be open, Trump said. First Lady Melania Trump focused on children and their educational and emotional needs in her brief remarks. Quote, the administration has worked around the clock to protect Americans from the coronavirus, but many challenges for children and families can be just as invisible as the virus and just as dangerous when children are out of school, she said. Quote, they are missing more than just time in the classroom. They are missing the laughter of the friends, learning from those teachers, and the joy of recess and play. The First Lady continued before stressing the importance of safe reopenings. Quote, for children with disabilities, without access to technology or homes that are not a safe place, the situation can be even worse. As the start of this school year gets closer, I encourage parents, teachers, and schools to teach children about the importance of CDC guidelines and to implement them when appropriate, she said. Quote, children's mental health and social development must be as much of a priority as physical health, end quote. While Trump and Pence talked about the harm school closing have on children, businesses, and conservative groups have urged safe school reopenings as important for getting their parents back to work and reviving the U.S. economy. Quote, schools connect students with peers and mentors, channel youthful energy into productive pursuits, teach essential academic skills and knowledge, and give overwhelmed parents room to breathe and work. Yes. The American Enterprise Institute said here in urging preparations for fall school reopenings. Pence at the event promised that the federal government would work with governors and other local leaders, that reopenings were conducted safely, and that children's health would be priority. And the commander-in-chief said that once the schools and states reopen, there would be no going back, even as some governors are pausing their plans to reopen their economies. Quote, now we're open, and we want to stay open, and we will stay open. We're not closing. We'll put out the fires as they come out. I call them embers and fires and whatever you want to call them, end quote, he said. And he again asserted that his administration had saved millions of lives based on projections that 2 million Americans could have died with zero mitigation, and that the only reason the U.S. led the world in confirmed cases was because of what he called widespread testing. Quote, if we did half the testing, we'd have fewer cases, Trump said. Colleges and universities are also weighing plans to resume this autumn, including calendar changes and classes online. And of course, we read an article the day before yesterday about a Georgia college and the faculty so pissed off. Why? Because they're giving the students an option. They don't have to wear a mask if they don't want to at school. And so, you know, the faculty's all pissed off about it, and they're all like, oh, well, you know, it's not science. They started talking shit like, oh, science. Well, here's some science for it. You already saw it. Here's some science right here.
Right, like as he did, right?
It's not just science, it's the truth.
It feels pretty tight right there, right? Okay, so you can, just breathe naturally. Let's just see what happens. Okay. All right, so we're at
And we already saw this,
1,367. We've already just passed 2. So now we're in the place where he could be having headaches. He can be, we're at 3,786. Look at this. We've just passed 5,000. Now we're in the toxic level. Right now we could be doing this 7,000 inside this mask of the CO2. 8,000 parts per billion. And now this thing's gone off the Richter scale, folks. It can't even register how high the CO2 levels are inside. And look how many seconds that was.
So yeah, there's some science for you about the mask. Just saying, I mean, come on, seriously. We definitely. There has to be another alternative. Maybe just not wearing them at all, huh? Just saying. All right. Also, what I wanted to talk about as well is, of course, the wall. Yes, the wall is being built. And it's almost done. In fact, Donald Trump tweeted this, and I wanted to talk about it yesterday, but well, I got basically kicked off of YouTube. So anyway, it says, Donald Trump tweets, wall is moving fast in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and California. Great numbers at the southern border. Dems want people to just flow in. They want very dangerous open borders. And here's some pictures. Look at that beautiful wall. Look at it. It's so nice. I mean, it's so tall, too. Look how tall that thing is. Dang, it's tall. That is awesome, for sure. It's so tall. How are you going to even get over that thing? Seriously, how do you even get over that thing? No way you're getting over. Just saying. Maybe a drone. I'm not 100% sure. Well, I guess you can. If you have enough time, you can get over anything, But what I'm trying to say is that will buy us enough time so that we can actually get some border patrol over there and, get that going. Get that canceled out and get them arrested and get all the drugs. And I mean, I've showed you throughout the last couple of months, like 6 months ago, all the little schemes that the cartels are having because of, the wall. And I mean, the other day I showed you they're trying to smuggle weed and watermelon. What else? Avocados. Yep, I remember the avocado one, and I showed you a whole bunch of other ones. But those are the two rememberable ones. Was the actual avocado. I don't even know how they sealed it up, but trying to smoke some weed in there, and then watermelon as well. It's they're getting desperate and they're finding it because of the technology, the X-ray machines, all that stuff, and it's gonna get harder and harder to get everything, and I think personally they're gonna legalize weed as soon as they get that whole thing, the wall built and all that stuff under control, and they have total control of no weed coming from Mexico. My personal opinion, but. Also, one thing I wanted to show you guys, if, the coronavirus and the killer hornets and all the other crap, everybody's saying, next is an alien invasion. That could be true. Or it's this. China reports suspected case of bubonic plague in Inner Mongolia. Jeez, seriously? The bubonic plague is back. Oh, man. I mean, seriously. The bubonic plague. Coronavirus didn't work. Release the plague. Which one? The bubonic. Since health officials in China have reported a suspected case of the bubonic plague in the Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region. A second infectious threat that comes as the country battles coronavirus pandemic. The case triggered a level 3 alert Sunday in the Bayanur district. Health officials released a statement ordering residents not to hunt wild animals such as rodents like marmots, and to report anyone with fever or showing other possible signs of infection. And of course, that's Wuhan. They eat, I think, like their street food. Like, you get street tacos. They have rats on a stick, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But it says a herdsman contracted the disease and is being treated at a hospital in stable condition, the BBC reported, citing state reports. While occasional cases are still reporting among hunters encountering fleas carrying the bacterium, it is unknown how the man became infected. How? Maybe he got abducted by aliens and they gave him bubonic plague. No, I'm just playing. It was the deep state. But anyway, known as the Black Death. Oh no. Now we're canceling the bubonic plague. Cancel culture. It's called Black Death. Uh-oh. We can't call it that. Anyway, known as the Black Death, bubonic plague can be fatal in up to 90% of people infected if not treated. Primarily with several types of antibiotics. An outbreak in the Middle Ages killed millions of people. Pneumonia plague can develop from bubonic plague and results in a severe lung infection, causing shortness of breath, headache, and coughing. Kind of sounds like coronavirus, just saying. So I just wanted to warn you guys that the bubonic plague's out there, so be careful, all right? I mean, we can fix it. We do have the technology, but it's out there, guys. I'm just saying, all right? So just be careful and, just do it. Just live your life, Speaking of people living their life, someone that won't be living their life, which is Obama and his cronies. Let's take a look at Lou Dobbs.
John Solomon, award-winning investigative reporter, editor-in-chief of Just the News. Great to have you with us. Do you find it even a little bit amusing that of all people, Chuck Grassley would be talking as if he had just discovered what's at stake?
And first thing that just comes to mind when I see this is, what are those trophies for in the top right? Like, is that bowling? It looks like karate. The second one to the right looks like Donald Trump statue. I'm like a bust of him. I want to know. It piqued my interest. I mean, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 statues in the background. I want to know. So let's continue. I'm sorry. I just had to say it.
Here going into the presidential election.
Well, no, not at all. Senator Grassley early on was one of the people who got us to struck emails when other people were saying there was no collusion, there was no conspiracy against the president. Mm-hmm. He did a lot of the early groundwork to try to find the documents and evidence that now have become part of the narrative that showed that the president was targeted by false accusations by a bureaucracy intent on removing him from office. But I think the frustration that's in Senator Grassley's voice is being voiced by more and more Republicans every day. And this is why. There is overwhelming evidence in the public record now that crimes were committed inside the Russia investigation, falsification of documents, false testimony, false representations before the FISA court. And we are now 3 years into that revelation, and nobody really has been brought to justice in the courts. And I think that's why people are frustrated. My sources tell me there's a lot of activity. I'm seeing personally activity behind the scenes that the Justice Department is trying to bring those first indictments. And I would look for a time around Labor Day to see the first sort of action by the Justice Department. But for those who know the real story and see all this evidence sitting out and open, it is overwhelmingly frustrated to see no action.
Yeah, and it's, let's be honest, I mean, this has been slow walked by Republican rhinos as well as radical Dems over the course of the past 3 years.
That's true. Listen, Paul Ryan's Congress had an opportunity. Yeah, you're right, Lou. Paul Ryan's Congress,
and Mitch McConnell's Senate as well.
That's right.
That's my view.
That's very true.
It's sickening to see what's happening. Do you think there will be prosecutions before the elections?
I'm seeing a lot of activity consistent with building prosecutions and preparing for criminal plea bargains. That doesn't mean it will happen until someone signs and until they bring it before the grand jury. You never know if it's going to happen, but I'm seeing a lot of activity consistent with that. I hear from people, defense lawyers, people on the prosecution side, that there are some complications with COVID-19 just slowing down the grand jury process. But everything I'm seeing on the ground, real reporting, suggests that there's an ongoing criminal investigation intent on bringing indictments and possibly some plea bargains, and that the first actions, the first evidence of it in the public will probably be around Labor Day. That's an awful long time to wait, but I do see activity that looks like they're building a criminal case right now.
Well, we're all hoping you are exactly right. You've got a damn good track record, so we're pulling for you on another one.
Let's hope so.
Let's turn to the false allegations about the Russian-born.
And let's hope so that, you know, this is true. I mean, we talked about this a long. We know. You know what's really sucks about, you know, the only thing that sucks about the Q thing is, like, we know in such far advance that we're, like, impatient, you know? Oh, Neo's up in here. What up, bro? Oh, wow. Let me make you a mod. They erased all my mods when I got hacked, and when they erased all my videos. So, yeah. What's up, man? Dondo Lester, thanks for watching. Linda Kinsman, thank you for, watching again. Appreciate you guys coming back. You guys are digging the, morning show. So, let's continue what I was saying, all right? Which is the trophies. No, I'm just playing. It wasn't the trophies, even though I want to know what they are. But what's frustrating is we know in advance, and it's like years ago that we've known, years and years that we've known, and it's just, you can get impatient. You really can. You totally can, 100%. And it's just, frustrating. That's the word. You just get frustrated because, well, you're telling everybody, and, well, no one's believing you. And then 3 years later, like, I told you, I was like, that was like 4 years ago, dang, and I just can't wait for that to happen. Finally getting, the recognition, and, it's crazy. It's crazy. And so the last video I wanted to show you guys is from Dinesh D'Souza, and he tweeted this video. It says, "This contemporary crisis is now taking a very disturbing and dangerous new turn. I will repeat, it's not about the statues." So let's take a look. And it says protesters are moving on from toppling statues. Now they are coming for our rights.
This contemporary crisis is now taking a very disturbing and I would say even dangerous new turn. It started with statues and monuments. Let's attack those. But now the left has gone from attacking those things to attacking us in the process of living our normal lives and exercising our basic constitutional liberties. I'm talking about our ability to speak freely, our ability to practice our religion as we see fit. We see in these videos Black Lives Matter trying to intimidate a young mom trying to take her kids to church. Just bullying her in the process of doing that. And second of all, we see Black Lives Matter entering a church, using foul language, pushing around the people in the pews, and essentially a wholesale assault on religious freedom.
Crazy, boy. I'm not this shit, boy. It does, bro. This is not, no, bro.
They're in a church, bro. Like, seriously, they want to fight in a church. They want to burn that shit down. That's horrible.
Nah, bro. That's not.
This is not a case where they are in the public space making a point. They are not protesters. They are terrorists in the very literal sense that they are trying to terrorize us into submission. Now, it makes no sense to say things like, they hate America. They don't hate America. It begs the question, which America? They like the America of abortion on demand. They like the America where anything goes. They like the America of transgender bathrooms and racial unrest. They don't like our America. They don't like property rights. They don't like religious freedom. So it's those things that they are targeting for assault. Now, it's important to realize that our basic freedoms, the freedoms outlined in the Bill of Rights, are not up for democratic referendum. It's not as if 90% of people get to decide how I should think or what religion I should practice. I haven't ceded those rights to the government in the first place. And yet it's those very rights that are now under assault. An assault not even by some democratic majority through a process of law, but assault by essentially street gangs, but street gangs with friends in high places, street gangs who have allies in the media and in Hollywood, and friends in the mayor's office in Berkeley and Portland, and even New York City. It's very important for us to start fighting back against all this. And what this might mean is that churches need to start hiring armed security. In a sense, creating our own militias to protect us in the exercise of our basic rights. We can't allow this to go on, and if the government won't protect us, well, we're just going to have to.
Couldn't said it better myself, Dinesh. Just saying. So, that is the end of the show. We've been on for over an hour. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you just tuned in, don't forget you can rewind and watch it from the beginning. We went over a whole bunch of stuff, including Maxwell's stuff and all that craziness. And hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you want to become a Patreon, go to patreon.com/informativeinfo. And you can become a Patreon for as little as $1. You can get your name into Intermission. And, don't forget, this channel is demonetized 100%. Or if you just want to donate, it's like a super chat when I'm live, or just a one-time donation, go to informativeinfo.com. You can also watch the live stream on there as well. So, that being said, I have not slept yet. I've been at work all night. And, we will talk to you tomorrow. No, tomorrow's going to be a night show because I don't work. I'm off the next 3 days. So the next 3 days, they're going to be night shows. So it's going to be 8 p.m. Central Time. All right? So just remember that. You guys be safe. And don't forget where we go when we go all. And first person to answer what to go out with. Should we go out with congratulating Joe Biden for being a POS or Baby Yoda? Let me know now. First person to answer gets or wins. So let me know. Let's see. Who gets the win? Baby Yoda or Joe Biden being a piece of crap? What are we going to go out with? I'm waiting. Also, thanks everybody that is actually watching on all of the other streams. We are multicasting on DLive, Periscope, 2 Facebook accounts. And one of them is QU Uncensored. Memes that drive the left crazy. Go check that out on Facebook. And, of course, YouTube. And Connie Churchill, thank you for watching on Facebook. Really appreciate it. And, Neo, you're on Periscope. My bad. Didn't see you. Power to all the people. Thank you for watching on Periscope as well. And so let's see. Did anybody say what you want to go out with? Let's see. Congratulations. All right. Jam G, she said Yoda, but Lori got it is probably a split second. So here it is, congratulating Joe Biden for being a piece of crap. You guys be safe. We will see you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time. All right, peace, guys. Bye.
It's your big day! Incredible job! I know we had our differences, but today I just want to tell you. Hey, congratulations, it's a celebration. Party all day, I know you
thanks to your corporation. Guess you'd be one Swedish boy, you need a billion Asians. Yeah, you did it very nice, and all it took was a massive corporate entity with
all I did say Hollywood.
Now you're at number one. Hope you did nothing wrong.
Like kissing Lucy Flores without her consent.
Oops, didn't think we'd see. It's right there on Wikipedia. Get used to your past being held against you by the media. I'm sure right now there's nothing that you're doing that's illegal. Yeah, I'm certain that you haven't had collusions with the mafia. For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke. For serious
Hillary Clinton,
please don't kill me, that's a joke.
Democrats,
I'm sorry about the memes, you're the best. I love my
Democrat
bros from Bombay to Bangladesh. I'll take on all the world for you, I'm a heavy hitter. About to cause a genocide so you can call me.
Hey, congratulations, it's a celebration. Party all day, I know you've been waiting. Oh yeah, congratulations, it's a celebration. I just wanna tell you that I think that you're amazing.
What is this?
DNC
saying cease and desist. Had a problem with me telling them to hold their defecation, but let me educate you, silly. That's not defamation.
Joe Biden
And eat a dick, still not defamation. Suck my fucking Swedish meatballs, still not defamation. Did you know that
Democrats
have poo-poo in their brains? That's a blatant racist lie. Yeah, but still not defamation.
Democrats
So you two figured out that's sick, son. How about next you figure how to fix the caste system? Maybe all those ads will solve your crippling poverty. But looking good
DNC's
fast, I'm guessing not probably. But never mind the poor people, we just hit a party. Just hit a pop some bottles with a
QAnon
dummy. Non-alcoholic cause I had a real problem, but we still like to live it like we about to kamikaze. So this is it. Thanks for sticking with my channel. Ever since I was a nobody screaming at
my dog Pop.
Yeah, this is it. It's been an adventure. It's the end of the reign of
informative info on YouTube.
Through all the change and controversy, you've been by my side. There's no army in the world. I would rather give me watch time. It's been a wild ride, so while I can still be heard, here's one last brofist from the #1 in the world.
Hey, congratulations.